local race, Medford, at the Wicked Events Center. Pretty amazing setup there. It's an old horse barn, old horse arena set up. The bar is like 500 foot long. They basically have every game and everything you could ever imagine on the inside. Camping and parking. It's massive amount of camping and parking. And then it's really cool. They have different areas, and they have like an arena style with barrel racing, and then they have a pit for a course, an actual rock racing course. To me, it reminds me a lot of like a motocross track, but we use it for rock bouncing racing. It's very cool. They have a pulling track, and they have a mud bog. Anyway, big props to them. They put on an awesome event. It unfortunately was canceled due to weather, but it's pretty neat when this place just puts the money up. You know, they're not an off-road park. They don't have a pile of sponsors. So us as a whole group and club, we decided that it was best for everybody. It was downpouring. It was just like it was like a inch to 2 inches of rain that had downpoured. So we just thought it was all best for everybody involved if they just cancel it, and they save the money for doing another event when we can get a lot of fans there. Other than that, though, Friday night they did the barrel racing, and my gosh, what a great time. Those kids just love that stuff. I wasn't going to run. I got there late. I was at a football game with my son. My wife actually had to leave early, and she took Lily and Lily's new side-by-side here, took that down there so that Lily could get barrel racing. And she had a great time. She just run as many times as you can. Big thanks to Danica and Jeremiah for all the help they did with Lily. But Lily got to race a bunch on Friday night, had a great time, ended up with third place overall. I got there late, watched everybody, and of course, I wanted to race bad, so I got to race right at the end. I got this thing out, my first run. I set the fast pace. I think I was 2.5 seconds ahead of the closest fast time, which was, I think, Jake Brown. And then I just tried again. It was slower, and then it started to rain, and I put it away. Something cool is Jeremiah. He's just like me. He got worked up and pulled the seats out of his machine so he could fit in there, and he was dang close. I mean, within a couple hundredths of a second of my fast time. So we had a really good time. That barrel racing, I don't know if any of you guys have ever done it with these bouncers or have seen it, but it is very exciting to watch, and it is tremendously fun. Takes a lot of skill, believe it or not, to lay down a fast time, and there's a lot of ways to make mistakes, like any kind of racing. So that was fun. Other than that, we're looking forward to National Rock Racing Association, the race this coming weekend in Hawk Pride, number 8. We are 2 points down from first place in the points race. Feeling really good, really confident, and really looking forward to that. Hawk Pride is usually a pretty wild and aggressive race, and we do good. The crazier and the harder the hills, the better we do. So really looking forward to that. Buggy updates and things. Did some pretty big modifications on this thing this weekend. I was barrel racing, and I have noticed since we went from a hat style, or not a hat style, but the round air filter style intake, air filter and everything, to this style, this increased air hugely. Well, we never retuned for that. And you could feel it. The only place you could really feel it is the bottom end. The whole idea of making the change from the round air filter to this hat air filter was when we had it on a dyno, we were pulling vacuum. They call it mercury, pulling mercury. So that shows us, or tells us right on the dyno that the motor was lacking air. It couldn't get enough air, and it was running out of power because it couldn't get enough air to burn all the fuel. So what you need to do is you need to add more air. So we put this on there with this filter, right? Well, we did all that, and busy. You don't do what you need to do fast enough, of course, never. But we finally got it tuned, and oh my gosh, what a difference! And I want to say, when I say what a difference, so this thing always ran good everywhere. It always did, and it revs out fast, and I don't know. I'm real happy with the power and torque of it. But But to give a little idea of how big a difference this made when we tuned it with this, is that we put 3 times the amount of fuel to it as that it originally had. So 3 times the amount of fuel, and we actually ran out of injector on the bottom end. So any of you people that know motors or understand performance or anything like that, 3 times the amount of fuel on the bottom end. That's how much we brought it up. Just the bottom end. You know, this is just off idle, but 3 times the amount. So we're really excited for that. It revs out twice as hard because it carries the momentum of the horsepower and torque all the way through the whole power band. To me, it reminds me now of a motor. I don't know if any of you ever put a motor on a run stand, but when it's not hooked to a transmission or a torque converter and you rev it and it just revs, it just light switch revs. Wow, wow. So really excited about that. Drove it around the yard. Just couldn't be any happier. All jacked up, put me in a great mood for the whole thing. Really, really excited about that. So looking forward to racing it. Looking forward to that extra power and low end and that little miss or sputter it's got off the bottom. I'm glad that's gone and we got that taken care of. As far as the Buggy performance goes, we're just splitting hairs anymore. That was probably the last little bit of power that we can get out of the motor that I know of. I mean, that is, the thing is pretty much I think we're at like 95% or 98% with that. There's nothing really left to tune a whole lot. As far as everything else, the suspension adjustments and stuff, we kind of got everything figured out, what we like, what works real good. And we're just making small adjustments to different courses. You know, now we've done it enough. We've been at every course at least once or twice. So we can we know which courses we want to set the ride height low. We know which courses we want to set the ride height high. You know, we know which ones that we want to drop the front end when we have the long uphills. We kind of got all that figured out. We've increased the rear steer speed. We got our custom button here from Stasworks. All the things that, I mean, they don't seem like a lot, but they add up and they make a big difference. So I got this thing basically cleaned up. It's all bolt checked and ready to go. I'm going to load her back up in the trailer here. And we will see you guys at Hawk Pride this coming Friday. And we're going to do some racing and have some fun. See you later.